What's up,
Okay.
guys? Welcome back to the
The
ride
ride
The
home.
home.
ride home.
Oh man, my name's Mitch, and I got my friends. They appear here for me.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are different places from me, so I don't know how that's gonna work. But I'm Trip.
And I'm
That's true.
Daniel.
Things look a little different today. We're not in our normal little studio. I'm in the comfort of my home. Trip is back, clearly.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of. I'm in Florida, so I'm equally far away, but I'm here.
With access to talk to your buds again.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Dude,
And
it
then,
straight up felt like it's already been like half a year or more.
yeah,
Yeah,
it feels
Like
it's
I'm
like
been
not
it's
even
been a
gonna
crazy.
long
lie about
time.
that.
We
And then
missed you.
Daniel's just in the woods.
Yeah, Daniel's just under a
Surviving.
tree or something, getting some sun on this warm day.
Oh yeah. Dude, it's beautiful out here.
Yeah, it's
What's
not
the
not so
temperature like
beautiful
down
here.
there? Oh,
Uh, well,
in
it's
sunny
it's not too
Florida.
bad. It's pretty cool. It's like in the mid 80s, but it's
Oh,
Mm.
storming pretty bad.
it's like
So.
upper 80s here. Very
Mm-hmm.
sunny, as you can see from Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
mid
not bad.
80s is it's like cool compared to where I was. It was like in the hundreds every day. So
That's
it's
it.
a
For real.
nice change of pace.
We
Yeah.
did have a week of hundreds last week. It was pretty toasty here, but I'm glad it was only 1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess today we're going to talk about Trips just experienced the past few weeks, the boot
Yeah, man.
camp lowdown. Um, I do know Trip's been really missing these mini games I always have for us.
Oof,
So I made sure to
I
get
sure
one.
have been.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very simple one. It's pretty much this or that church edition. For
Okay, okay.
example, I said hymnals or contemporary music for worship. Which one would you go?
I gotta go contemporary. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan, you're answering too.
Oh, sorry, it was cutting out for me. What was the thing again?
This or that, hymnals or contemporary worship music?
Probably contemporary.
Yeah, same. It's a wash. I have a feeling a lot of these will be the same for us since we all go to the same church typically.
Yeah.
All right, well, how about do you like the message to be topical or verse by verse? Meaning you have a topic that you talk about for a series and you bounce around, or you go verse by verse in the sermon.
I'd probably say verse by verse. I like to more have like the context. I don't really like jumping and like picking and choosing different verses out. I like sticking with one scripture.
Okay,
Okay.
both are
Um,
beneficial.
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
I don't know. I think for me, probably topics.
Yeah,
Like
I think I'm a
relatable.
topics guy as well. Like talking about this, and then you can look at here and there. But it
Yeah.
is helpful to get the context and stuff sometimes, like Trip's saying.
Yeah.
All right, when you get your Bible out, do you like the paper Bible, old school, or do you prefer using the
I like
It
the
should be a
idea of
no-brainer.
the paper Bible,
Yeah.
but
Me,
I always use my phone, honestly. I mean,
I'm the same
I
way.
really I really want to use the paper Bible, but it's just so much more convenient to just pull up your phone. You can do it anywhere. So,
Yeah.
I think I do use the paper Bible more often, but I find myself pulling out the app a lot of the time too, because the convenience. I
mhm.
don't have the paper one with me at all the time. But if I
Yeah.
know I'm going to like a study or youth group or whatever, I got the paper one. So
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll lean
Yeah.
paper.
Yep.
Now, I will say the nice thing, like I did while I was away, I did have paper Bible there with me, so I had that luxury where
All right.
I definitely wasn't using the app. So,
Nice. That's kind of cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
But now back to the app.
Yeah, yeah. I've got the paper. I've got like 3 paper Bibles with me, but probably
Nice.
gonna use the app.
Sweet.
All right. I got like three more.
Oh,
Dress up
Okay.
for church or come as you are.
oh, that's actually a good one.
Yeah.
I'm 50-50. I'd say typically I come as I am, but I like dressing up sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah. This is exactly what I wore to church today. Backwards hat and everything. But I
Yeah.
put on the collared shirt, you know? So
Hey, hey, best of
I'm
both
literally
worlds.
doing both. It's got pineapples
Yeah.
on it, so I don't know if that's really dressing up, but
What about
Yeah,
you,
I
so
think
Daniel?
for me
when
it's 50-50 too.
yeah,
50-50.
they're both fun.
Yeah.
I'm
They
definitely
are.
come as you are more often.
hmm
Yeah,
So
definitely more often, but I don't. I
Because
like
that's what
dressing
how.
up when I do.
Yeah, that's how like they promote it too. Is just come as you are and that too. But
yeah,
yeah.
this is a good one. I like this one. It's shake hands with your neighbors after a service or whatever, or just avoid eye contact. Feeling guilty, anyone?
Yeah, a little bit. Not gonna lie.
I mean, the people directly next to me, like, I'll pick people out to go and shake hands with. But people right next to me, like, if I don't know them necessarily,
Yeah,
I'll duck
just give
down
them
and
like a
find
little
somebody that I
like one of
want to
these
go
like
shake hand.
little
Yeah,
corner eye
just
peek,
like, oh, I
Yeah.
little
don't know
head
you, I
nod.
don't know you, I don't know you. Oh, I'll shake your hand. Like,
Picking and
one of
choosing.
those deals.
What about you, Daniel?
Oh,
Don't lie.
probably handshake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
it's
I'm
respectable.
with Trip like on the Bible. Like I want to be a handshake guy, but I'm really
Yeah.
awkward, so I'll like kind of turn around and I see they're not looking at me. I'll be like, okay, it's fine. I'll just sit down.
Or the high five, the delayed high five.
Yeah. All right, two more. Potluck or catered event.
Potluck. Potluck.
Potluck, yeah, every time.
Every
Really?
time. Oh yeah.
Hey, I love
Every time.
potluck.
Because
I don't know, I kind of
the
like
only
catering.
valid catering is Chick-fil-A, but they're not open on Sundays.
I mean, you can get some nice catering. Then you don't have to bring anything. Maybe I'm just lazy.
That's fair. No, I would say normally potluck's the better though overall.
Yeah.
It is. It's more fun, I think. But
Yeah.
I have no problem with some catered events.
Oh no, no, I don't have a problem with them.
I'm not going to hear a complaint either way.
No,
And then last one, small groups in
Oh
the house or at the church.
definitely in the house.
Yeah.
yeah. Because it's more
All
like
right.
personable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still feels like you have to like be formal when you're in the church, where like you can just
Yeah.
relax and maybe more just hang out with the guys in a small group at a
That's
house.
right.
So
Be more yourself.
Love them.
yeah,
All right. That's all I got. We're pretty in sync for
awesome.
most of those.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
So Trip,
Okay,
what's your
what's that?
KD?
That's crazy.
-3.
It's crazy.
Oh,
I
so
revived.
yeah, yeah, I got 3 revives.
32
That's
times.
true. That's a true story. I do have 3 revives.
Oh,
Um, I don't think I can actually talk about that though. So
oh,
before I talk about basic, I'm just gonna say,
yeah.
legally, I have to say that these are my opinions, not the opinions of the Air Force. So, yeah, I do not speak for the Air Force currently.
Got it.
Um, yeah, but for those of you who don't know, I was just in basic training for the Air Force. And it was not what I expected to be in a lot of ways, but also it was exactly what I expected to be in a lot of ways.
Oh,
Um, so I would say I did not plan for this conversation, so this is all just going to be from the
yeah.
noggin. If you guys have guiding questions, that'd be
Well, yeah.
helpful. But
Here's what
I'm
I
just gonna kind of
think.
go week by week. into it.
Okay, okay.
Because that's kind of how
It
it's set up.
started when you got on a, did you get on a plane to go?
I did. So
Okay.
I got on a plane. There are three other guys I already, or two other guys I already knew, who were leaving with me from the airport.
Nice.
And originally we were told like you'll basically never see each other again. That wasn't true. I saw them the entire time I was there, which is actually pretty great. So I like already had friends going into it.
Good.
So that was nice. 0 week, that's what they call like the first like 4 days or so. Um,
Yeah.
it's very mentally draining, but like looking back, we didn't really do anything. Like
Did they
there was
like,
no
No.
PT
oh,
or anything like that. There was just a lot of yelling and like
yeah.
learning how to make beds, kind of. We didn't have to make them the right way yet, but like we didn't. The only exercise I did at all in the first week was like one lap around a track to learn how to run correctly.
Interesting. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna ask
so
if they like
Nice.
yelled at you as soon as you got off the bus or whatever.
oh,
Just like,
so yes. The
yes.
first night um was rough, especially for my group, so not everyone gets there at the same time. It's based
Okay.
on just when your flight gets to San Antonio. And my flight got to the airport at like 10 o'clock. So we had to wait for like a full bus worth of people got there. And then they bussed us over to the base. We all filed out. At this point, it's like 10:30-ish.
Okay.
Um, so the wake up time for the next day is 5 a.m. 5:15 is when you wake up every day.
Sure.
So we do all the processing stuff that's done at midnight. Then they take us to our dorm for the first week. And we are getting screamed at constantly until about 4 a.m. when we get
Oh
to go to
my.
bed. So the first night, my group got like an hour of sleep if we slept.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that definitely contributed to the first week being rough.
Draining. Yeah.
It was draining mentally, physically. It was like, what the heck am I doing? Like, these people are screaming at me. And honestly, I honestly feel like if I was younger and I wasn't married, I think the whole thing would have been significantly easier.
Yeah.
Um, because like a lot of the mental stuff was just like, I miss my wife and kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but that first week it was rough. Um, so then moving forward to what's called like week one, they move us from like this is like a certain place we go for like the 0 week, and they move us to where we stay the rest of the
Okay.
time. So when they move us, um, they moved us on Saturday. On Sunday is the first day of week one, and we had this MTI. It wasn't our normal MTI, and she just was mad at everything we did. Everything
Oh
was
my.
wrong. We probably did 200 push-ups in the first 4 hours of being awake.
Wow.
It was rough. And that whole first week, like, so at 0 week we were already like all bald. No one knew each
Yeah.
other. Just getting screamed at. You can't really get to know each other. 1 second. Wait, I'm gonna have to pause this.
Okay.
I'm gonna hop back on a second.
Okay. This intermission is brought to
I
you
don't
by.
actually.
The Air Force.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
I don't know how to leave. Oh, there we go.
I hear the birds in your area, Daniel. They sound nice.
Oh, I know.
You think Trip's getting yelled at right now?
Oh, 100%.
Dude, what is he called? The MP? Definitely just overheard him and like busted in. Like, are you
Yeah.
talking about me?
Giving out the playbooks.
200 right now, boy. Dude, I
That's
can't
insane.
imagine. He was talking about it wasn't what he expected and it was completely what he expected. I imagine boot camp as like a rope course and like you're just like marching through tires, like getting high knees and stuff. So I'm waiting for
Oh,
that part.
yeah.
All right,
Hey, there he is.
I'm back.
We thought you were doing some push-ups or something.
No, it's not my
You're
roommate's
good.
just in here now, but we're just chilling.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, I heard you say something about ropes courses,
Oh yeah,
and
we were just
well,
talking about what we imagine when we think of boot camp, because you were talking about how it's
okay,
what you expected and not what you expected at the same time.
yeah. So it wasn't anything like what you would expect, probably. Um,
Probably not. Yeah.
I would say so. We just started doing PT after like week one, um,
Yeah.
which was like very easy. Um,
Okay.
it was just like we do stretches, we do push-ups. There's a huge lack of running. Like I was originally
Oh.
I used to do running like 3 days a week, and you had to run 30 minutes straight.
Yeah.
They stopped doing that though, because too many people got shin splints.
Oh wow.
So we ran like 3 times the whole time we were there. Maybe a little more than that, but
Not
it was
bad.
like, yeah. But we still had to do running for the PT test, so that was a little unhelpful for that. But yeah,
True. Weren't prepared,
yeah, it made it
but you
difficult
did
to
it.
prepare. But yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, uh, we had everyone in my flight basically pass the PT test, so for the most part, except for one guy.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that yeah, the first week, I don't remember that much of it, honestly. Everything does a blur together. We basically learned how to walk in a straight line, in fancy ways,
Yeah.
and get yelled at.
But they kept you
Um,
busy with that.
oh yeah, yeah. We probably spent 10 hours the first week just outside walking around,
Oh.
uh, marching and stuff. So, um, yeah. And then week two is mostly classes. So you don't really expect classes as a thing for basic, but like
Yeah.
we spent a lot of time in a classroom
Hmm.
just listening to people talk and not falling asleep.
Yeah. I can imagine that would be pretty big no-no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you get in a lot of trouble for sleeping. And you need to know the stuff for there's an exam at the end, which if you don't pay attention, you you're not going to do well on. So,
Right.
um,
Right. Right. So
and
that's
honestly,
week two. A lot of classes.
yeah, week two and three are both a lot of classes. We're still
How's the
practicing
food?
marching. Better than you would expect, but
Okay.
not amazing. It's like
Right.
the one thing is like they'll give you as much food as you want. Um,
Okay.
Really?
like you're never gonna be like I was never at any point hungry at basic. Like they give you tons of food.
Awesome.
Um, like I got coffee every morning. Like it was
Okay.
pretty
Okay.
relaxed. The
Very
one
nice.
thing that's like the best for food, they have desserts, but like the desserts are kind of awful. It's like they have like
Okay.
Jello.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Um, but for dinner they always have Uncrustables. So everyone would like just get Uncrustables, and that'd be like your dessert for the day.
Wow.
Everyone like fell in love with Uncrustables at basic. At least everyone I was with.
Huh. Yeah, that would be
So
sad. I
then,
like the sweets, but
mm,
Yeah.
okay. I'm glad you're not
um,
starving. Didn't expect you
so
to, but
Yeah.
another thing that happened week two, I skipped this. Basically, everyone gets sick on week two, and you just stay sick until like week five.
is it from like lack of sleep?
Well, you get a bunch of sleep actually. We get like 8 hours of sleep almost every night,
Okay.
um, which is more than I sleep civilianly.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
I would say it's just because you got 50 people living in the same room.
Hmm.
Um, so, and they're from all over the world, so that a lot of germs coming together.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, didn't
they
think
give
about
us
that.
like they give us multiple shots and different medicines to like keep us from getting sick. Everyone got sick anyway.
Dang.
Um, And then
That would be
there's two
brutal in
sets
the
of dorms.
classrooms.
Yeah. Well, like at nighttime especially, like it was like a symphony of coughs. Like no, you couldn't even
Oh,
sleep because there's so much coughing.
yeah.
Um, and so there's two different sets of dorms also. There's like the newer dorms and the older dorms. Uh, the older dorms are pretty old, so to say. Like
Okay.
the new dorms, you have like the bathrooms are massive. There's like 24 shower heads.
Wow.
They're nice and clean. In the older dorms, where I was, there's
Where you were?
eight shower heads, and you get the same amount of time for everyone to shower.
Oh,
So you got like
like
eight shower heads in 20
quarter
minutes to shower.
or a third of the shower
Um,
heads. Very nice.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
there's 50 people in there.
yeah, 50 to 50,
Okay.
like 54 is the most you can have. I think the most we had was 52.
Maybe they
Um,
put you in that one because you're old
I don't know.
comparatively.
Maybe, but you had to learn how to shower very quickly.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fun.
yeah,
No,
I don't know if
no
it was fun.
comment really.
Yeah.
So then week four, you go to the gas chamber,
Oh,
um, which isn't as bad. Well, I think it was worse than I thought it would be, but not for that long. Um,
okay. I mean, so
at
that's
first
you
it's awful.
do the
So
mask and everything.
yeah, you wear a gas mask in at first. They start the gas. It's basically like, oh, this gas mask works. It's great. And you have to take it off, breathe in, say your reporting statement, and then you leave.
Hmm.
Uh, and like basically, you instantly your eyes are watering so much you just can't see anything. It feels like you can't breathe at all. And one of like the stipulations during it is like there's this thin yellow line that you have to walk on to leave, and if you go out of the line, you fail and have to go do it again.
Oh wow.
But you can't see. So it like I was so scared I was gonna step out of that line and have to go back. I stayed in the line, but it was rough. At
That's
least for the first
crazy.
like 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, you're fine.
Just wears off. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um I think that was week four. Maybe that was week three. Anyway,
Somewhere in there.
um after that we go to um Cadam, which is like where we do the shooting. Um that's pretty that's pretty fun. We just shoot at targets. Pretty simple. Uh, during this whole time, so like during starting like week two, we have to carry training weapons with us like all the time.
Yeah.
Um, just like to practice carrying them. Sometimes we would go line up to go to a class. We would all grab our training weapons, take them to class, set them down, have a 5 minute class, and like, okay, go put them away. So it's like, what was the point in taking this out?
Wow.
But uh, yeah. Um, so after the shooting, we go to week five. Week five was like definitely the most stressful because that's where all of like the tests are that you like have to pass. Um,
Okay. So like all the
so
tests. You're not doing any tests throughout. It's all like right there at the end
there are
for week
some
five.
tests like
Yeah.
the main thing is called like progress checks.
Yeah.
You have some throughout, but like the main like the only PT test we have three PT tests, but you only have to pass the one week five. That's the one that counts.
Okay.
And there's also like
Hmm.
an exam, maybe the test based on the classes we took. Um, There is a progress check to make sure like we have our lockers all set up properly. That happens in week
Yep.
four though. So some stuff is earlier.
Okay.
Um, but basically like that's make or break week five.
Yeah.
Um, so that week's super stressful. And meanwhile, like you're still getting screwed all the time,
Mm.
but as you go, it gets easier, kind of. Not because anything is actually easier, but like you just get better at it. So you don't get
Gotcha.
screamed up as much, hypothetically.
Yeah. Hypothetically.
Um, Yeah. But like if you do mess up though, you get screened at worse than before because you're expected to know how to do things by then.
Hmm.
Right.
Gotcha.
And then after that, we go to Piece of Forge, which is like a modified, like a mock deployment. I can't talk about that though.
Okay.
It's okay. You can write us a letter.
And then that's basically it. After that, we just kind of like hang out until graduation.
Hmm.
So it's like
Gotcha.
a week of just graduation practice, doing some little last minute paperwork stuff.
That's crazy. College
Yeah.
graduation, they tell you what to do, like, as you're walking. You're like, just
All
follow the
right.
line. I
No,
imagine that's much different.
we started practicing for graduation week 2. Like we practiced every single,
What the
yeah,
heck?
Wow.
yeah. Like as soon as you get there, basically you're practicing for graduation.
Man, gotta look good.
Yeah.
Um,
And I know your family came down for that, right?
yeah,
Zach?
yeah, that was really cool. My wife, daughter, and sister-in-law came down.
That's
Um,
awesome.
so it was cool. I got to like actually see the rest of San Antonio.
Mm.
It
Oh, nice.
kind of sucks. Wouldn't
Huh.
want to go
Oh,
back,
gotcha.
but
I thought about
yeah,
visiting one time because flights are cheap. I guess that's why flights are cheap.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's kind of I don't know. Just didn't love the city, but I'm also not
Good
a city
information.
person, so
Me neither. What a terrible idea to visit.
um, one thing that was really cool actually that I got to do while I was there though. So they have church services every Sunday, um, and I got to go to
Now is
they
that
did
on base?
baptisms. Yes,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah. So they did baptisms one Sunday while I was there. So I got to stay after church and watch a few of my friends get baptized.
Yeah,
They
Wow.
that's all.
baptized like
That's
over
awesome.
100 people, so that was a pretty cool experience to like in the middle of all the craziness
Yeah,
happening. So
that is awesome. That's encouraging too during that time.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Good reminder that that is always there for you, even when
Yeah.
Hmm.
you feel kind of isolated through that. I don't know. You feel isolated in a way, I'm sure. It's good to have your buddies with you through the whole thing too, that
Yeah.
companionship. But yeah, a good reminder that their faith in God is with you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Amen.
yeah. The church services there were a lot different than back home, but it was still super encouraging. So
Nice.
Yeah.
and they had a lot of different options too. I only went to the contemporary services, but
Okay.
they had a lot of different options for everyone. So,
Cool.
Mhm.
A lot of options.
yeah,
Nice. And then,
so I
so
went
after graduation, you got to go around San Antonio and then straight to Florida?
basically. So uh, Wednesday and Thursday, like you have 2 different graduations, so graduation both days. When I got back Thursday night, I had to pack everything. I got done packing around like 11, and then at midnight I came downstairs and like was getting ready to go to Florida. I didn't go to sleep at all that night.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah.
Hmm.
took a bus to the main building, did all out processing, and then went to the airport and in Florida.
Nice. And you said it hasn't really started up yet where you're at
Yes.
now.
So my classes don't actually start until the 8th.
Oh, wow.
Kind of, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So for right now, I just we have like a bunch of briefings and stuff for the next couple days, and then I just have to clean basically until the start class.
Huh.
Makes me
A
think
lot
of
of
that
cleaning
meme.
happens.
Yeah, of the dude mopping like a runway in the middle of a rainstorm or something.
Oh yeah.
I remember. Like some of those memes give
Yeah,
you a false sense, and then some of them I feel like have some truth to them.
yeah.
Very cool.
But I gotta just like
So,
cram 7 weeks into like pretty short time. But if you guys have any questions, there's a ton of other stuff that happened. But
Yeah. You are now in Florida for how many more weeks?
I'm in Florida until like the end of October.
Okay.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so about 4
July is, today is June 29th. This will probably post in like the second week of July. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Well, hopefully we can connect more like this.
Yeah.
Maybe me and
yeah,
Daniel will get back in the studio one point or
Yeah.
another.
Yeah.
Got some things cooking up, a lot of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah. A whole lot of that
sure.
though.
But yeah, this is cool. This is literally the first time we've talked to Trip uh
For real.
since he
Yeah.
left. We only got to chat for like 5 minutes before we started this recording, so this has been our live
Yeah,
reaction to his experience. And man, it is good to hear from you.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to have
And
you
we're
Like
guys
looking
too.
forward to,
I didn't even know he had his phone until like the our group message. Like out of nowhere, he's just like, "Hey, not even hey, what's up?" Like, guys, I'm out of. I just graduated and be like, "Oh, how are the views doing? Like, how's the whole thing going?" Like,
yeah,
just out of nowhere. I
he's
thought it was actually Mitch that texted that. I'm like,
the man of
that.
business.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was trying to. That was still when I was just with my wife, so I was just trying to
yeah.
get an
Quick
update
check
and then
in.
reconnect with you guys after. Yeah,
Absolutely.
but
So did your phone say you had like 800 notifications, or
so I got
did
to
it just
open it a few
explode?
times because we got like three
Okay,
phone calls while we're here.
nice.
But there's this group chat that I was in. Um, and every time I opened my phone, I got like 200 notifications um,
Nice.
from this one group chat. So like
Yeah,
I was trying to call my wife on these calls, and I barely could because my phone was crashing with all the notifications I got.
like leave.
But
Yeah,
I do have a good bit of emails I have to read at some point, so that'll be fun.
archive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's good to see you, and I'm excited to
Yeah.
see your hair grow back
Likewise.
over the next few weeks.
I am also excited to see my hair grow back.
Daniel said he's going to shave his head bald and
Yeah.
to match you.
Yeah. So did Mitch.
Hopefully I won't be bald for too long.
I don't know. I don't see Mitch. I don't see Mitch shaving his head.
That would be something else for me, especially, I think.
Hopefully I'll have the mustache back here soon though, at least have
Oh
something.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the mustache. I'll do the mustache. Cool. Dan, you got anything?
I'm good.
All right. Trip. Good to see
Great
you,
seeing
brother.
you.
Yeah, it's good to
And
see you
we're
guys.
looking forward to doing some more on
Oh
the
yeah.
ride home.
Yes, sir.
So
Oh yeah.
until next time,
We'll see you guys on the
yeah,
ride home.
Right.
ride home. See ya, guys.